Feels good to rest after a full day on your feet, doesn't it? You'll give yourself an ulcer one day if you don't slow down. I know you'd rather be hunting than linger here, but we gotta rest sometimes, partner. Not sure how you've still got the attitude of a rookie after all these years. Not that I mind. It's cute. Yeah, you hurt me. Cute. You're so easy to rile up. Even cuter. Come on. Sit down, partner. Let's stargaze. You want me to tell you about them again? Pretty sure I've already told you every story I know about the stars. Alright. If you insist. I'm happy to indulge you. But where to start? Oh, I know. Over there to the east. It's just above the horizon. You can see the bright stars of Pyrax the Phoenix. One of the stars is even a little bit more red than the others. Supposedly this story is true, but by now you know how many liberties these myths tend to take. The story goes that the raging sun wasn't always wrathful. Back before demons first introduced necromancy to the elves, the sun was gentle. But it was also lonely. Its twin, the phasing moon, has always been deep in slumber, never to wake, sometimes even fading from sight when it stops dreaming. So the sun reached out for a vessel, and its flames ignited a baby bird, still mostly encased in an egg. But with the sun's gift, she was born in a burst of devastating flames. Supposedly, there used to be trees over on Mount Pallet. Not anymore, though. The Phoenix took care of that. Or so the story says. The sun named the bird Pyrax, although she would later come to be known as the Phoenix by the Reldans. Pyrax was blessed with the purity only true flame possesses. Every fire is connected, or so the story goes. So whenever she died, she would rise back from the flames, like a fire being lit once more. And Pyrax, she was many-colored, beyond even the scope that us humans can see. But when demons brought necromancy into our world, something about that weakened her reincarnations. Her rebirth was less each time. Some versions of the story say that necromancy siphoned life force from her. And even if it didn't, the sun hated to see death stolen from life. So she would rise from her ashes anew. The Phoenix still died every century. But now, as the cycle repeated again and again, her colors waned. What was once a rainbow was eventually just a spectrum of red and orange and gold, and would one day perhaps just be gray. She stopped being able to hear the voice of the sun, and she stopped being able to understand humans. The sun mourned the fading of its daughter, and it called out to the beings that had caused this in the first place. Only one answered, a winged beast of many eyes, feathers, and mouths. They called themselves Pandemonium. Some versions of the story credit Pandemonium with having made necromancy easier. Yeah. But they still understood the way of things, the natural order of life and death. The sun begged them to kill its daughter permanently. It did not know if such a thing was possible, but it didn't care. Pandemonium lured the once dazzling bird to a grand lake to the southeast of Mount Pallid, her nesting ground. And as the phoenix flew over it, Pandemonium struck her with a swift kick, knocking her unconscious, and she plummeted into the water. Pyrax had never been killed before. No one had even tried. Each lifespan was exactly 100 years. And even as her flames were extinguished by the lake, she could not die. The pain was unimaginable. She clawed at herself, attempting to end her own life, but even though her blood spilled out, the pain did not cease. Her blood poisoned the lake, turning it into what we now call the Soot Swamp. There was no burst of flame, because there couldn't be. And so she was not reborn. The phoenix was dead for good. The searing sun did not forgive Pandemonium, not yet. They had to do one more thing. But that's another story. I'm getting tired, partner. Soon, though. Soon Pandemonium can be forgiven. No one truly knows where they are, but it's said they sequestered themselves in a godling wall, whatever that means. I wonder, which came first, the story or the constellation? After all, it's a seasonal constellation, passing across our sky, and eventually disappearing behind Soot Swamp on the horizon. What? What's with that little smirk? Of course I know the story. Sometimes I think you forget I wasn't raised to be a hunter like you were. I changed paths for 2 reasons. One is the usual reason. I hate monsters. Demons are no better, but they're more dangerous dead. The other reason? I'm looking right at him. That wasn't just me trying to mess with you, partner. It's a nice bonus, though. Scorches, I wouldn't trade this for anything. Hey, mind taking the first watch? I'm beat. Great. Good night, partner. See you when it's my turn. Hi, Ginger Neutral here. Thanks for listening to my audio.